Testing, testing, testing. Well, I forgot I had to mute that. So yeah, this is the first ever community time for Garfield. Me. Not at all what I want. Not at all. I want to do community time. I want to do this. Not. I didn't want to do it now. I wanted to hold off. I wanted to wait. So that way I could have better equipment. There's better everything and all that. But fuck it. Best to do it now. Well, everyone's raving over new streamers and all that. People want new content and shit. So yeah. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna react to some gaming news. So yeah, we're gonna do that via GX Daily and Upper GX. Not sponsored. I just like the way they present it as like memes and stuff. We're gonna do this, but for about an hour. I don't have an hour's worth of like GX Daily stuff, but I do have other ways of doing. Obviously, there's websites, articles, stuff like that. We could probably try and read some of those. Do it. So yeah. There we go. Jason Momoa stars in Helldivers movie premiere set for November 10th, 2027. I heard about that. And people are like, shit, we should have gotten someone more serious. And I'm like, dude, have you fucking seen Jason Momoa? There is no one more fit for a Helldivers movie than him. Now, starring role, probably not. But a lot of people also said that the average length of lifespan of a Helldiver is like 7 minutes. But as the title clearly states here, as this stuff here, Jason Momoa will take a lead role in PlayStation Productions and Sony Pictures, the film adaptation of Helldivers, directed by Justin Lin. It hits theaters on November 10th, 2027. In the story, elite Helldivers defend Super Earth. Expect satirical sci-fi and heavy firepower. Note the term elite Helldivers. We do see in the game, Helldivers that are obviously veterans and are still kicking and all that. And I'm sure out there somewhere, there's probably some players who have probably virtually never died. So, yeah, there's probably someone, at least one player who's crackhead good enough at the game to just not die. Or to at least not fail a mission. So, yeah. But yeah, in the lore, there are actually Helldivers and all that aboard the ships we're on and all that are a lot older and have obviously gone way past that 7 minutes. So it seems the reason that Jason Momoa will be playing one of those Helldivers. So yeah, cool. That's all those little reactions here. Okay. Real life, the rotary bell is there so that every bell can cool down. Dude, I just shut for 5 seconds. That's actually a very good point. The rotating force would actually probably put a lot of wind around the bells as well. So, yeah. But, understandably, that's how they prevent you from, like, overpowering everything. But, like, something I'll never understand is, like, single-player games like Fallout 4 have this mechanic. It's like, why are you trying to balance a single-player game? The only player in the game is me. If I want to have a weapon that's going to kill fucking everything, let me have the fucking weapon that's going to kill fucking everything. In a multiplayer game, it makes sense, because like you don't want one player to get that weapon and then just wreck everyone's day and just, like, it's not going to be a good time. In a single player or like a co-op game, that is that's pretty good. That's pretty good to have. And then they just don't do it. I just don't see what the point is. Obviously, you don't want to just make the player a god, but like you don't make him made of don't make the player made of fucking paper. Obviously, find a good in between, and like some games just don't fucking do that. But yeah, that is very, very, very accurate. Play Obscure Expedition 33 wins 5 DICE awards, including Game of the Year. So when I hear DICE, I think of the game studio, but talking about that logo there, I'm thinking it's not that DICE. Oh, fuck. I have a keyboard tray, because I just think it gives me more space on the desk and all that, and it has a mechanism that locks it in place. It's not a very good mechanism. All it is just this tab. When I'm pulling it out, I lift it up slightly and pull it a little more further, and then it locks in place. Zippers and all that can get caught. And it causes it to lift up, and I even had it fucking fall off, my keyboard and mouse fall onto the floor. How they're not broken, how this G502 is not fucking dead yet, I don't know. But this fucking keyboard tray is about to fucking get it. But yeah, it's not the same developer, it's not like the developer or anything, unless of course they've changed their logo. Like, why do people only care about like the Game Awards? Is it because they live stream every year and all? Is it because like they're the oldest or so? Because like you'd think like the like if Steam did the Game Awards, you think that'd be like a lot bigger. But like also to be fair, the Game Awards, people do seem to vote on that, and so it could just be because that Game Awards is much more mainstream that a lot more casual players do it, and a lot of times it's probably just like, well shit, I don't have the money to afford that game, but I do like the other games in series, or it's something like that. People think that a remake, though, doesn't deserve to be on Game of the Year, and I think that is a touchy thing, because if it's like The Last of Us shit, like we got Last of Us Part 2 not too long ago, and then we got Last of Us Part 2 remastered. No, that remastered shouldn't be on the Game Awards. I think there should be a new category for remakes and all that. But like, if it's like, say, the new Fallout remaster, or like the Oblivion remake, that's basically just an entirely new game, effectively. Because the way they developed it and all that. That deserves to be on that list. But if it's like a game from like 2 years ago that's just getting a revamp just because, fuck no. Just fuck off. Make an original game. So yeah, that's good. Play Obscure Expedition 33 is a, never played it, but like it's good that we're getting games that are one of a kind from a first time studio. Like it's just, yeah, I don't even know what the fuck the game's about. All I know is that people love it, and I'm glad that it's won so much. So take it, take the trophy. Day one on console, day one on PC. Oh my fucking god, yes. Fucking mods everywhere. I remember when they released God of War on PC, like the 2018 God of War. It wasn't even a fucking day before I saw a video of a YouTuber doing like extremely like overly modded God of War, and the thumbnail was just Homer Simpson and Bart on the boat, like replacing Kratos and Atreus. Like it's just, like it's fucking hilarious, because like it's hilarious, because like yeah sure, it ruins the story, it ruins a lot. That's the fucking point. That's what makes it so fucking hilarious, because like, oh my god, God of War, such a serious and just all around just amazing series, so serious and gritty, and it's just Homer Simpson. Biggest reveals from PlayStation's first state. Okay, so the only thing I care about is like the God of War stuff, because I have never played the Village trilogy, and just cannot wait for the Sons of Sparta stuff to play it. I know it's already out because I think they shadow dropped it and all that. Well, like, dude, I don't have it. I have a PS5. I have it right here. I've also got a PS1 right here. on the opposite end of the desk. So anytime I want a comparison, because that's weird. Like the fucking PS1's like the size of an iPad Mini, and then the PS5's like the size of a fucking. It's the size of a. I don't know what it'd be the size of. It's the shape of a Wi-Fi router. It's definitely not the fucking size of one though. Actually, with the disk drive, in terms of like thickness and stuff, it's actually very similar to the 360, the Xbox 360. I have one over in my living room. It's actually very similar dimensions, not a very drastically different design, but I think it fit inside the same. Like if you were to make a not like packaging foam and all, but just like a box of the same dimensions, I think you probably get it kind of fit. But I think it's a little different. But like it's enough. I can see see the 360 fitting in those dimensions. Well, the launch model 360 at least. The slim, and the slim's shorter. When you stand it upright, the slim is shorter. And actually, about up here where that line is on the PS5 Slim, at that thickness. No, actually a little higher up. Yeah, probably about at the top where the collar is. I call it a collar. Little ends it poke out. I call it a collar because it looks like a fucking shirt collar. What that is, that's about the thickness of a 360. Was that the entire point of the fucking PS5's design? Was to just like make it familiar to us Xbox guys? Because like the PS4 did a good job of like kind of overflowing the Xbox a little bit. Also because Xbox One sucked. The One S and One X was actually amazing, but like that first day of that generation for the PS4 and Xbox One, PS4 was on top. But near the end there, I think it was a bit of a tie. Power-wise, I think the PS4 Pro was probably more powerful than One X. I think. I don't know. I had a PS4 Pro. I didn't have a One X. So I didn't have a straight comparison. I'm like, dude, the fucking PS5, the PS4 Pro was so fucking powerful. The power gap between the PS4 Pro and the actual like just base model PS5 is like extremely slim because of it. Fat PS5 and fat PS4 and PS4 Slim to PS5 and PS5 Slim, that gap is fucking drastic. But the performance gap between the PS4 Pro and the PS5 is very slim. And because of the performance gap between the PS5 and PS5 Pro, the performance gap between the PS4 Pro and PS5 Pro is just a tiny bit bigger. Because of that. Because, like, dude, what's the point of PS5 Pro? Oh, it's got better ray tracing. Bitch, I don't want better ray tracing. I want faster FPS. So you're telling me I can run at the same fucking graphical power, but just a little bit more FPS? I don't give a shit. Yep. You realizing the game is called Zelda because of the names of the characters? Okay, I don't get... What? I don't get the... Why is Shadow on A? What? There's a joke I'm not getting because I don't play Zelda. I don't play Zelda, I don't play Sonic games. There's a joke I'm not getting. So... Wild Light lays off most of Highguard team 2 weeks after launch. That game's gonna shut down. That game's gonna shut down. I don't know what the fuck Highguard was until this shit started, until it released. Like, okay, shadow dropping a, excuse me, like, shadow dropping God of War. Cool. Shadow dropping that that music fighting game the Xbox did a while back. Cool, good. Okay. Just all tied to stuff people already know. Shadow dropping an entirely new game from a studio basically no one knows about, and so on. You're asking for corporate suicide. Sold us in feds and now I'm sold. Exactly. Exactly. If I were to ever buy an iPhone, I have to be the 17 with this case. That new foldable that everyone's talking about. If that has Air Pencil support, fucking take my money. Okay, I don't care. Take my money, take my fucking dignity. Just fucking give me that shit. Because the fucking Z Fold doesn't have S Pen support. For Galaxy. For Samsung. What's the point? If you can't use an S Pen on a bigger screen like that, what's the fucking point? Like, even from a non-artist productive standpoint, the S Pen is very good for helping you take notes. So all you gotta do is just add a fucking S Pen. I don't care if it's the thickness of two S24s or S25s fucking glued together. I don't care. Give me a fucking S Pen and stop making everything paper thin. I get it, it's awesome, it's cool, but you can't make like a Z Fold 7 Ultra or something that's like a little bit thicker, has S Pen support, and so on. You can't do that? You can't? No, give us more options? Because I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. This is the first time I'm ever going to say it on stream. As a company, in the corporate world, what sells more than anything is options. If people don't feel represented in your product in some way, they're not going to feel connected to it. If they don't feel connected to it, they're not going to buy it. And if they don't buy it, obviously it doesn't fucking sell, and you go out of business. If you're going to sell a product, make sure that if you're going to sell to at least one person, one type of people, make sure you sell to that one type of people very well. Because if you don't, the only other option is to fuck off or start selling to other types of people. Let me tell you something. The Z Fold 7 sells to business people. Okay? It's foldable, you got more screen space, you can do two things at once. Cool. It sells to the tech-savvy people, because like, okay, this is what we're gonna have like a decade or two in the future, because this is gonna be everything phone. It's obvious, it's not just a gimmick at this point. Foldable phones are starting to prove themselves to work. But that's only a slim margin of people within the whole world, and phones aren't just a tech thing. Hold on. I gotta sneeze. Okay. They're not just like a tech thing, they're just a thing everyone has. Everyone has a fucking phone. And if certain people can't use their phone in a certain way that can benefit them, okay, but then there's a phone that your competitor's selling that does do all that they want it to do, and yours doesn't. What do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna choose a competitor. And if Apple releases their foldable with like AirPen support, I'm sorry, Samsung, I'm gonna fucking switch. Because if you're gonna have a foldable, you gotta have stylus support. If you're gonna have a bigger screen, you gotta have stylus support. And nobody wants to use those fucking filthy ass rubber styluses you buy at a fucking gas station. Okay? Nobody wants to fucking use that. And just seeing this corporate stupidity just pisses me off. Because all my life, I've studied like how a business should run and how it works. Workers are not cogs in a machine, but how they run. Their jobs are cogs in a machine. And if they squeak a little, okay, you add some, you don't just replace it. You try and help it along. If the gear cracks and breaks, okay, you gotta replace it, but doesn't mean that gear can't be fixed or helped. And I'm gonna say it here, I'm gonna say it now, I'm gonna say it proud. One day, I hope to start a tech repair company. I'm gonna call it Watts, Wayne's American Tech Solutions. And every employee, if they start, say, if one employee is having problems repairing phones or just repairing tech in general, okay, cool. There's a whole bunch of other jobs they can do, that they can try and do. There's inventory management, there's reception, there's cashier, there's all that stuff. Because when you got like 3 people doing 20 different jobs, that machine isn't in sync and it's not working. And if you start firing people, treating them like they are replaceable cogs, guess what? Eventually you're gonna fire every single possible person that could ever possibly work for you. And actually do that job effectively. And then all you got are people doing that job in a shitty way, and then you start firing them, and you start firing all those people. And you got no one else to hire, and your company fucking dies. Your employees are as important as your customers. And they're as important as your product. Because what good is a product if you have no one to make it? People always say, what good is a product if you have no one to sell it to? But how are you going to have a product if you have no one to make it? It's true. It's facts. Try and prove me wrong. You can't. No Man's Sky Remnant adds gravity gun and industrial waste. So what, we can just pollute a planet now? Just fucking... Oh, this planet's so beautiful. Here, let's start destroying it. Goodbye, planet. You will be missed. You call it winter. I call it overclocking season. We are not the same. Oh my god, I've been fucking thinking about this because, like, it's extremely cold in my fucking room because I have a concrete floor. Okay? I've got no insulation, I've got a concrete floor, and it's cold as fuck. And I've been thinking to myself, is it actually possible to, like, in some setting on my computer, just turn on overclocking and just fucking go ham? Because if there is, I'd like to just press a button, it basically goes into like turbo mode, and then when it all starts to warm up again, just like turn it off. And hell, you could overclock it further. Have fans directing the hot air into your room. Your computer is both a gaming device and a heater. It'd probably be a very stupid idea. You're probably gonna break the computer, but fuck it. Someone try that shit. Okay, yeah, okay. So I've exhausted all content for that because I'm not gonna just start reading through the same shit again, so yeah. Thank you all for watching and have a good day.